already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Just strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. Without further ado, your amazing host, Drew, Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, here with your host DB and host Trevor Dinter. Trevor, how are we doing on this cold Tuesday night?
Very, very wonderful, Billy. Got a lot done over the weekend, like I said I would. Did my laundry. I redecorated the house a little bit, put my bar stools up, and watched the Super Bowl, watched the halftime show, and ultimately I got a nice little singing lesson on Sunday. I learned how to sing in the A minor scale. Very fun. Very fun. And anytime Drake suffers on live national television, it's a good time for me, as well as if the Chiefs suffer on live national television and get exposed for who we thought they were, frauds.
Yes.
EAGLES, Eagles. It's the only time I'm ever going to do that. I promise you. I could have come out here and sang "Fly, Eagles, Fly." I wasn't going to do that.
No.
I will. However, I will, unlike the Philadelphia mayor and unlike some of the fans that were drunk at the parade, I am going to spell Eagles right.
Yeah.
I'm a grammar Nazi. What can I say?
Yeah. To the residents of the city of Philadelphia, God bless you. The videos sent some to Trevor. It is wow. Okay, we burned the city down in celebration. Tip the cap.
You knew whether they won or whether they lost, they were going to make like Nickelback and burn it to the ground.
Jesus Christ!
Every time their sports team is in a championship, doesn't matter whether they win or lose. It's just a matter of what emotions are being conveyed from the fans in said action of burning it to the ground.
Yeah. It down. Yeah. It's like Seth Rollins.
He's my favorite.
Yes. But
anyway.
No, a lot of news coming out. I did put an update video out there. We're going to have guests coming on at some point. But the 25th, again, we'll have Ryan Walker. But a lot of news to cover, a lot of segments, Trevor's segments throughout. Make sure to stay along for those. Also, my segment at the end of the show, debate time. We got a lot of news to unpack. But starting first off here, Aaron Rodgers' time in New York is winding down. Rodgers and the Jets met last week, and they are going different directions, Trevor. There is still money he's owed. And also, we aren't sure what the hell his teammate Devontae Adams is doing as well. So it's the Jets being the Jets.
Yeah, I heard he's leaving too. I don't know why he'd stay.
Right.
I don't know why he'd stay. And I think even Quentin Williams put out there, forget on which social media platform, I think it was Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Thanks, Elon.
Mm-hmm.
Another rebuild year for the Jets next year, essentially. And without the proper quarterback, as seems to be the case.
Yeah.
Seems to be the case. It's unfortunate, but the Jets haven't been able to draft a quarterback for 50 years.
Yeah.
More than that. Been a long time. Been a long time since they had a quarterback. Well, a good one. Anyway, they did have Brett Favre. He was And now, if the prophecy comes true, we know where Aaron Rodgers is going to go next.
Yes.
History repeats itself naturally, right, people? But, yeah, I always feel bad for the Jets. Feel bad for their fans. Feel bad for the fireman Ed. Everybody, it's like Buffalo with hockey. Everybody gets to New York to play football, then all of a sudden they just suck. And that was the case with Rodgers. That was unfortunately the case with Devontae hitherto. And I don't know. It's the snake-bitten Jets as always. They never disappoint.
No, it's a disaster, and fireman Ed is suffering the most, and we hope he gets back on the big screen at the games. But no,
tickets somehow. I mean, Christ, put the product on the field's not going to sell tickets. I can assure you that.
No.
I mean, I guess it helps the facility has 2 home teams playing at it, so you get, double the game revenue, but still.
Right. Yeah, we'll have to see who the hell's at the helm next year for the offense for the Jets again. But also, saw this in the headlines, wanted to talk about it, didn't realize this was even a thing, but Deebo Samuel, the 49ers are exploring trade options for him.
Yes.
Very interesting there. I don't know if you have him in any segments, Trevor, but where the hell is Deebo Samuel going to end up? We had
I have him laced into a segment later on.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do.
Oh,
but I'll touch on him here.
Yeah.
That's blockbuster right there. I mean, that's not quite Luka to the Lakers, but I'd say that's up there. It's up there in terms of the talent that he would bring. The utility player that he is, can play the running back and the wide receiver positions. Could mean a lot to potentially a struggling offense. Yeah. They're on your head.
Yeah.
But yeah, where Deebo's going to end up, no earthly idea. I would imagine the Niners are going to get picks out of it. They're going to get some utility pieces. Brandon Ayuk's probably their number 1 guy now. Hopefully he stays healthy for at least 2025 onward, and hopefully through the remainder of his contract. But yeah, a lot of veteran free agent / trade option type of receivers going this offseason. I mean, Christ, you got Godwin's going to be out there. Cooper Kupp's going to be out there. Devontae's probably going to be out there as well. It's a pretty stacked, I'd say, transaction market for wide receivers right now.
Yeah. No. I'd love to see him at Steel Uni, but we'll get into it later on. But
you're right. Yeah,
it's
be an upgrade from Cordero fucking Patterson. I can tell
correct. But it's just funny how they're going through this, and we went through this last year with them with Ayuk. That basically took over the summer. I mean, we were talking almost every week about that guy. Now it could be Deebo, but we'll see what happens.
It'll be Deebo.
Yeah. But Tyreek Hill continues to walk back comments later or right after the last game they had, the Miami Dolphins had. He says he wants out. Now he's walking those back, saying he wants to stay. His family loves it there. I guess all of his kids love it there as well. But do you think he's going to be?
I do not love it.
Do you think he's going to be staying there, or what the hell's going on?
I would imagine so.
Okay.
Why would he want to leave?
He's getting mega money.
No state income tax down there for it. You're on Miami Beach. It's always warm. It's always sunny. It suits your lifestyle. Obviously, moving around from woman to woman kind of suits your lifestyle down there. That area is bred for that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where he'd go, I have no earthly idea. Back to Kansas City? Probably not. I don't think they have the money. And plus, they're going to need offensive line help this offseason after what happened in the Super Bowl. So if I had to guess, yes, Tyreek Hill's probably staying put. He might become more of a problem as time goes on, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. We shall see on that front. I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, it was a very interesting season between the pregnancies,
right.
the handcuffing,
very
interesting.
Having more kids birthed than touchdowns at one point.
Correct.
Five for those that were counting.
Yeah.
He's a very interesting individual.
He is.
Very interesting individual. I mean, I'm just saying, what he saves in tax dollars, he's probably going to have to pay in child support. So,
correct.
Might as well stay in Miami for a little bit longer. I mean, and I'm pretty sure he gets along with McDaniels. So, they might snort coke together. I don't know, but that's a joke, people. That's a joke. It's Mike looks like a kingpin. Okay, he does. He does. Yeah.
Miami Vice.
I don't know where he's from, but I akin him to a Midwestern guy from, say, like Iowa or Minnesota when he moved down there. Now all of a sudden he's tan. He's growing out the curls a little bit. He's wearing the sweats up toward the knee a little bit more, up here now. It's all tan. And half the time on the sidelines, he's either vaping or he looks like he just got done snorting. So you tell me.
Yeah. No, he's a fucking train wreck. But also in the interviews, it's very if you sat me in a room and forced me to watch his press conferences, I might fucking start going insane. He's very hard to follow, and he's all over the place. But biggest thing here, we had the NFL honors. We'll begin on to those award winners, but also we have the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. Not happy with some of them because some of my guys were not in, Trevor. But Eric Allen from the Eagles, Jared Allen, I believe, for the Vikings.
Correct.
Antonio Gates for the Chargers, and Sterling Sharp, which I don't know how the fuck he's not. It hasn't been in already.
Long overdue. Overdue.
Oh, he only played 7 to 10 seasons, Trevor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like 8 to 10, something like that. But he put up astronomical numbers.
Yeah.
And won a Super Bowl. So
yeah. But no, we congratulate them. Again, I'm still, if there's anybody from the Hall of Fame watching, let's just think about Mr. Ward. Okay. Just understand it's a very touchy for the Steelers and also other fans of other teams saying he's not worthy. Look at the fucking stats.
Here's the good news, Billy.
Yes.
Here's the good news. His eligibility doesn't run out. That's
I know.
Baseball where you go 10 rounds and he's done. He's got his whole life and potentially posthumous if it, God forbid it comes to that. But, all 4 of those guys, well deserved. And Antonio Gates, man, I watched him play live.
Right.
Beast. Absolute beast, man.
I thought he was already in, too. That's when I heard her, she said his name. She's like, Antonio Gates. And I'm like, I popped in from the kitchen. I go, who the fuck wasn't here again?
Trying to think of when he retired. It wasn't terribly long ago, maybe like mid 2010s. I'll look that up as we're talking here.
Yeah.
All 4 of those guys. Eric Allen, one of the best corners in the game all time. And Jared Allen, just as well, one of the best Vikings of all time. Believe their all-time sack leader as well. No-brainers on all 4 fronts there. Certain people, it's still overdue for them to get in, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. Now, Troy Polamalu wasn't in. By now.
We'd have issues.
Meltdown.
Yes. And I think I got to see when Big Ben is eligible. 2027 he is.
I'm waiting for that day.
Yes. If I hit 30 and he's not in the Hall of Fame, we're gonna have some issues.
If he's not first ballot, I'm gonna have a fucking meltdown. I'm not kidding, folks.
He will do it live on air. He will. His face will get red. He'll shit his pants. He'll throw his hat. His headset will be gone. He'll need to buy another one. The chain's coming off. The jersey's probably getting ripped. He's gonna need to be in a straitjacket. I might need to call an institution to make sure that he gets the care that he needs. But
Jesus,
2027. Keep an eye out for that. And honestly, if him and Ward go in together,
I might shed a tear.
I'm gonna bawl like a baby.
Yeah, and I don't think we'll see if James makes it. But if it's all 3 of them, that would be. But they're probably not going to have 3 Steelers going all at the same time. But who knows?
Right. Yeah.
But on the Steeler news as well, it has
real quick before we get on to that. Antonio Gates did only retire in 2020, so I think this was actually his. 2018. He got done with the Chargers. Looks like his retirement date was 2020. He officially retired after that. So, he got in pretty quick.
Yeah.
He's good to go.
Yeah. But no. Other news, though, we always have to throw in something about the Steelers, even though we didn't have the season we wanted. Trevor, there is a bright spot here. The Steelers were designated as the first team for the first game in Dublin Ireland. Very excited to see that next season. I don't know when the hell it's going to actually be. Sometime during the season. But I think it's right. Art Rooney II and the Rooney family have rich history from there, and I think we're well deserved to be the first team to be in that game. So
yeah. Again, another no-brainer. Who are we playing? Who are we playing in that game?
Don't think they have that yet.
I thought they had that. Hang on.
Because we played a preseason 97.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess it really doesn't have it yet. Anyway.
I forget when they released the schedule. It has to be soon here, right?
I would think it's soon.
Okay.
Okay. Opponent yet to be determined. I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
How awesome would it be if it was the Ravens? Oh, just a smackdown in Dublin on the Ravens.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I also want to win over there. So,
yes.
Maybe you can toss us the brownies or something.
Yeah, soft toss. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe the Jaguars, although their second home's kind of in London. But Steelers playing on Ireland, fitting. Absolutely fitting, and I get to take out my Irish gear one more time next season, or I have to buy myself some of that Steelers Irish gear, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing anyway. So going to be a good time. Hopefully, Pat McAfee's over there. Somebody's over there having several pints upon pints of Guinness. I can't understand how Irish people drink so much of that. I drink 2 of them and my stomach starts churning and I got to stop. I can drink light beer. I can drink seltzer. It is Happy Dad seltzer. I can drink this. I cannot. I can't do Guinness. I don't know how Pat McAfee did it. I really don't. He's a stud. He's an absolute stud muffin. His wife is a lucky guy. Lucky girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, he's a lucky guy too, from what I've seen of his wife. So,
right.
Even in spite of that, his conditioning's still good. He, does this on Monday Night Raw. does his conditioning workout right then and there. So hopefully they make the trip over too. Hopefully some folks make the trip. Oh, imagine if CBS covers that game. Cowher goes over there.
It'd be badass.
Yeah, that'd get me a little fired up. That'd give me a little. He's got to have a few pints.
Oh,
he's a beer guy.
Yep, stick the fucking chin
beer
out.
Guy.
Yep.
Yeah. Little advanced in age, so he's probably not gonna, drink too much. But he did jump through a table this past season. So what's to stop him from going over to Ireland and dancing on a bar or something, doing an Irish jig, or
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah, no, it'd be good. No, we're excited for the Steelers, and we'll find out who they play, but. Probably the main story tonight. It was a glorious day on Sunday night. Not for Chiefs fans, but who the hell cares? We saw a SmackDown. We saw a game. Did not think was going to happen, Trevor. I believe it was 24 unanswered points, if I'm not mistaken, or 30, 31.
It might even been 30, yeah.
Somewhere around there. But regardless, it was amazing.
30,
yeah. It was ending score if you live under a rock. Eagles beat the Chiefs 40-22. The Chiefs were not feeling 22. A little shot there to Taylor. But
the irony in that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until now. They are feeling 22, but too bad 22 is 18 points less than what they needed.
Yeah. But it was a beautiful day. Takeaways from the game, Trevor. From your aspect, anything you saw?
It was 34 unanswered points.
34.
34. Okay. I will say for the Chiefs, they did have one thing go right. That was the performance of one Xavier Worthy. He had 8 catches, 157, 2 touchdowns. I cashed in on my 2 touchdowns Xavier Worthy bet through, I think it was $5 on that baby, plus 1,200, netted me $60. It was a wonderful, wonderful night for my betting. I even got the coin toss right. I couldn't believe it. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, for the Chiefs, they could not protect Patrick Mahomes, save their lives. And the whole time, the Eagles were rushing 4. They were just rushing 4. How many times did freaking Sweat get home?
Ooh.
And Nolan Smith and Brendan Graham when he was on the field. Brendan Graham didn't even play all the snaps. I think he probably played like half the snaps. They didn't need him.
Yeah.
And Sweat was getting home every time. Nolan Smith was getting home every time. The pocket was just absolutely collapsing no matter what the protection was for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I kind of laughed when I said last week or week before, I threw out a prop bet, 7+ sacks for a team. It sacked Patrick Mahomes 6 times. I almost ate my fucking words right there.
Right.
Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Did not see that coming at all. That and the Chiefs rushing game combined for 49 yards, and 25 of those were Patrick Mahomes running for his life.
Yeah.
Running game, non-existent. I mean, when you go down 34-0, yes, it's probably going to be non-existent. Travis Kelce, virtually non-existent, 4 for 39, his worst Super Bowl. And the rest of the crew, D-Hop, that drop in the open field, that was god-awful. He only had 2 catches. Did catch his first Super Bowl touchdown, but obviously, it was way past gone by that point. Just sputtering on the Kansas City side of the ball, turnovers. And I do have to shout out one particular turnover for the birthday boy in the name of Cooper DeJean.
Yeah.
You want some white cornerback.
Yeah.
You got some white cornerback. On his birthday, a 39-yard pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
On Patrick Mahomes, one of his worst throws that I have ever seen.
Yeah.
I literally jumped out of my seat, and I think every white person that was watching that was like, holy shit, a white guy.
Right.
I know that's what I did. I got very excited. I know the guy went to Iowa, but I have a lot of respect for him. He had a phenomenal rookie season. Just turned 22 years old. Him and Saquon actually shared a birthday for that Super Bowl. They got a hell of a birthday present. And speaking of Saquon, he actually only had 57 yards in the game. They kind of shut him down a little bit.
Yes.
There's one thing the Kansas City Chiefs did well. What they could not do, what they would not do, was shut down Jalen Hurts and the rest of his group. Jalen Hurts rushed for 72 yards. He broke the Super Bowl record for the amount of rushing yards in a game. You want to guess whose record he broke? It's not that hard. Happened 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Patrick, no. Was it Patrick? No.
No.
I don't know.
It's a pretty obvious answer. Jalen Hurts.
Broke his own
record.
record.
His own record. Yeah.
Okay, that's what okay. All right.
He had 70 yards 2 years. 70 yards 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
He had 72 and that push touchdown to open things for the Eagles. Not only that, passed pretty well, 17 to 22, 221. Did throw that one pick, I think was in the first half. That one was kind of ugly, but then Patrick Mahomes turned it right over. Eagles go in and score. No problem. Didn't let it affect them. Devonta Smith became the first player drafted out of Alabama to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And notice the phrasing there, drafted out of Alabama. There's been plenty of Alabama players that have transferred, Jalen Hurts being one of them. First player drafted out of Alabama to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Damn.
That's stunning to me.
Yeah.
Not only that, they were up how many at the time, and Jalen Hurts was like, throw it deep. Devonta's right there. Catches the ball. Beautiful play call. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Beautifully done. A.J. Brown had a good night. Yep. What's that? Whatever book he was reading, it worked. It worked. Caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Only had 3 catches, but still caught a touchdown. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, the Eagles just absolutely dominant and dominated time of possession, dominated the turnover battle, forced 3, only lost 1. Didn't do too great on third down, dominated the rushing attack, and just absolutely throttled the potential three-peat Kansas City Chiefs. And like I said earlier, if you don't get the refs involved, what do the Chiefs look like this year? Do they make it to the Super Bowl? I don't know.
Right.
But the Eagles, they made sure. No three-peat tonight. No three-peat tonight. And they made sure that the Eagles fans and everybody in Philadelphia was going to burn that city to the ground with joy, with happiness, with ecstasyism. Beautiful night. The only thing not beautiful about it, Kenny Pickett did kneel the ball out to end the game.
Oh, so hot.
You know, I had to throw that dart out there. You
know.
Otherwise, beautiful night. And of course, the halftime show, you know, it wasn't the greatest by any stretch of the imagination. But like I said, anytime Drake gets ruined on live national television, and the ways in which he did it too, not only sang Not Like Us, teased it for so long, but had two of Drake's exes come on the stage and dance with him during it. One of them was Serena, who was crip walking. It was a pretty good crip walk. I'm gonna say. Very athletic woman.
Yeah.
No, he did fantastic. He did fantastic. And of course, you know, there's videos out there, like there's all kinds of political subtexts and all kinds of games that he played with Samuel L. Jackson and with the choreography and what have you. Read into those yourselves. I just love that Drake got absolutely ruined. That's my piece. That's my piece. And I will say this too: the commercials, awful.
Yeah, not good.
Not good. Mm-hmm. The best one might have been McConaughey's, and we've seen that Uber Eats commercial. You know, we've seen like basically reruns of that before.
Yeah.
I mean, the Instacart one was good, I guess. But Budweiser didn't hit this year. Bud Light was
Yeah.
You know, not a whole lot of memorable ones. The Doritos one was kind of weird with the aliens and the probing. You know. So kind of a weird Super Bowl, a very anticlimactic Super Bowl, if you will, but not if you ask Eagles fans.
No, Christ, and that video I sent around. I before I sent it, I watched it. I felt like I was watching Project X, like when all hell breaks loose. How they're ripping down the fucking traffic lights, they're stomping shit. They're fucking twerking on cars. It's like, this is just where are the police? Maybe they're partying with them. I don't know what the fuck was going on, Trevor. It was fucking chaos.
Some tells me there were some off-duty cops within this party.
Oh, definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was fucking chaos. But I'll say this: Vic Fangio's game plan. Wow.
Oh,
just
beautiful. And I'll say this too. I know I'm saying a lot here, but
you're good.
As soon as the Eagles went up 24-0, I jokingly said, "Hey, what was Brady's deficit in Super Bowl 51?" Because I said I would come on here and say Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT if the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. So that thought came into my head. I'm like, what did the GOAT do? Okay, he came back 28-3. It's 24-0 right now. But here's the difference. Here's the key difference, ladies and gentlemen. The Falcons secondary was making plays. It was the Eagles front four that was making plays here. When you're getting pressure with four guys and you can drop 7 in the coverage against a Rashee Rice-less wide receiver core and a struggling Kelsey, made it pretty much impossible that they were going to come back. Yeah. So, anyway, have your piece. I've interrupted you a couple times here.
No, you're right. But Jalen Carter, guy is emerging star. Zach Braun came out. Keon and Mitchell. I think I'm saying his name right. Yeah. Kenyon Mitchell. And Cooper DeJean, with, like Trevor alluded to, the 39-yard pick six. I'll say this too. Patrick Mahomes got exposed. His passes, Trevor, even when not pressured, down in the dirt, a lot of passes, very low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you rattle a guy like that.
Yeah.
You start seeing the rush more so than seeing guys open downfield. Even on the throws that he did make, he had to escape. He had to throw on the run. Even on the touchdowns to Xavier Worthy, I believe both of those he had to throw it on the run. and he made Patrick Mahomes-esque plays. But for the most part, if you can't sit back in the pocket and be comfortable back there in what you're doing, you're going to struggle. And he struggled. The numbers ended up decent, but he did have 3 back-breaking turnovers in the game as well.
Yeah.
That's definitely his worst Super Bowl.
Oh,
well, actually, statistically, I think the Bucks one was probably worse, but from an optics perspective, this one was pretty bad as well.
Well, and the other thing, and I don't know if anybody was, I believe his QBR at half was 14.2.
Yeah.
I have never seen a QBR that fucking low.
24 yards at halftime.
Yeah. But I mean, his QBR rating.
Bad.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fucking mess. And then now it comes out, Kelsey's undecided on his future. He did come out earlier in the week. He was going to be playing 3 more years, but has since changed now. We don't know, I guess, what the hell he's going to do. Well, he's probably going to come back, Trevor.
Yeah, him and Andy Reid both. And I'll say this about Andy Reid, where people get hints that he's going to retire, I have no idea. He's never said anything about it. At least Kelsey has alluded to the possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Reid, no inclination, no indication that he's going to retire at all. I don't know where people get it in their head that he's going to be done. I think he's 67, or he's going to turn 67 this year, somewhere around there. So, but we see Pete Carroll, we see Bill Belichick, we see guys like that coaching into their 70s. Andy Reid could be the same thing. He's coaching into his 70s, and yeah, he's already one of the greatest coaches of all time. I'd say top 5.
Yeah,
if not top 3, probably top 3 in a lot of people's minds. So that's solidified. Whether he wants to build on that legacy, that's up to him. But I don't see him or Kelsey going anywhere.
And no, it was, I watched Travis's post-game interview, and it just shell-shocked, beside himself. I feel bad for him as a human, Trevor, but as a competitor, I'm like, this is really nice. I don't know. I don't want to be negative, but it's like, fuck, man. And then he got all pissed off, I guess, about Taylor being booed when shown, and I don't know. The NFL made us hate you. I don't know what you want us to do.
True. It's true.
I mean, sorry. I mean, I don't know what else. Fuck. I don't know.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Correct.
Chiefs are the villain.
Yep.
Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Birds they're no saints either, but
No.
It was like watching a presidential election. What lesser of two evils? Who's going to win here? And in this case, it turned out to be like the 1984 election with Reagan. So,
right,
landslide.
Right. Yeah, right. No. But any other thoughts on the Super Bowl, Trevor?
Congratulations to my boy.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley.
Yes.
How about that turnaround for him? 2,000 rushing yard season. Does stellar in the playoffs minus the Super Bowl. Wins Offensive Player of the Year. We'll touch on that as well here in a little bit. But wins Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Wins a Super Bowl, and he just looks so freaking happy post game, man. He just looks so happy to be in Philadelphia, playing for the team that he grew up watching and rooting for, winning a championship alongside his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine there's a little sprinkle of being the hell out of New York as well.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, it's a full circle moment. And two, and I think I sent you this, if not, just for the viewer's sake, this is it was the 59th, right, Trevor? My mind's not fucking here.
50,
it was
Super Bowl 59, yes.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 60s next year.
So every Super Bowl, there has been a Penn State alum on one of the teams.
Correct.
That is a hell of a stat.
Yes.
And I'm happy that, one of the Penn State guys walks out with a ring. So it's a good day. Good day.
Got a quick trivia question for you,
Yes.
Billy. Hopefully another easy answer for you.
Oh, God.
Only Penn Stater to win a Super Bowl MVP. You should know this.
Up in the comments. Anybody out there? I don't know. I don't know that.
You don't know that?
No, my mind's not here today.
Running back. Another running back.
Oh, Franco.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still here.
Stater.
Yeah. I just need a running back. If you say run, right there we go.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Steelers, or I was gonna say 70s, but
Yeah.
I think anything I would have given you would have probably been a dead giveaway.
And I think too, he got so much shit for going out of bounds back then. So Saquon did that when he could this season.
Correct. Yeah.
It's smart. Like Franco said, why the hell am I going to take a hit if I don't have to? But why wouldn't I go out?
Typically don't last. How long did Franco last? 13, 14 years?
Yeah.
Saquon's a bruiser. He had to be a bruiser in New York. Now he actually has a generational offensive line.
Yeah.
When he's not jumping over people, he can just scoot out of bounds and gain 14 yards and a first down.
Why the hell wouldn't you? I don't want to get my shit rocked.
Yeah. But you want to play the game for a long time, right? You want to make a shit ton of money. You want to win a lot of championships. Yeah. I would.
Right.
I would.
Right.
You gotta stay healthy. You gotta stay. That was his problem in New York. Couldn't stay healthy. Didn't have an offensive line. Didn't have a whole lot of support. One man show.
Yes.
In Philly, it's a lot of man show. And when I say a lot of man, I mean one of the biggest offensive lines in football. A lot of man.
I think the average they said 6'6", 333, the weight and height.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we even talking about?
That's more than two of me, by the way.
It's a fucking tank.
I weigh 160.
Jesus.
I'm 5'8", 160. On a good day, I'm 160.
Fuck.
That's two of me. Two of me
Damn.
put together does not make the average Eagles offensive line.
Yeah. It's
Big
wild.
boys.
It's wild. But no, switching over to the NFL honors. First time I've watched them. The wife played a part in that because Alan was up for MVP potentially, so we had to have it on the TV. But we watched it. I will start watching them, Trevor. I didn't give him a chance in past years, but just starting off with the guy, well deserving, hell of a speech. Only time a Bill has made me get a little teary-eyed, the moment he had with his parents. Josh Allen won MVP. Is there any question not deserving of this? There's people out there, Lamar. Yeah.
Lamar. Yeah, they said Lamar has the stats, but I always go back to the literal definition of the award.
Yes.
Most valuable player,
yes.
Right? Not the most statistically prowessed player.
Yeah.
That would be the MSP award. That wouldn't, it's the MVP, most valuable player to his team. I think he's talking about like Lamar people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not Josh. Not Josh.
He hasn't been here for 3 weeks, and all right.
I know. He's talking about Lamar, I think.
All right.
Pick my rap name if you want to verify for us. Great. If not, we're just going to assume you're talking about Lamar. But yeah, the stats weren't as great. But you look at the games that the Bills played this year and the supporting cast that Josh Allen had around him with, the likes of James Cook, Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid, Amari Cooper, Coleman for a while was, tearing it up. You just look at the game. You look at how valuable, how essential Josh Allen was to the Bills' success. To me, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And I will say that having Derrick Henry might have hurt Lamar a little bit in that regard. You have a generational running back there. You kind of siphon from each other a little bit. Yeah. Obviously, you're winning games, running away. You're building off of each other in games. But when it comes awards time, they look at the individual accomplishments, right? So naturally, you kind of cancel each other out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what happened there. Otherwise, no, Josh Allen, I'm absolutely fine with that. He was going to win one eventually anyway, right? Might as well have been this year. I only wish he would have won a Super Bowl.
Right.
Hopefully that's.
I honestly, watching the game too, I was like, holy shit. Okay, I really would have liked to see the Bills. The Chiefs are going to give this product. The Bills would have been a claw-on match. It would have been, I think, of.
Oh, it would have been feisty.
Heavyweight. Oh, yeah, feisty as shit. Both teams want to win. And two, McDermott gives a quote here in regards to Josh winning the MVP. Allen's leadership, his consistent leadership, was the biggest reason why we did what we did this season. So anybody that tries to say otherwise, I know better. I've seen it. We appreciate his efforts, and we hope to see him get more MVPs. His speech, I'm telling you, if no one out there has watched it, fucking tearjerker. Shit. Yeah. He thanks the mailroom guy. And they put something out, the Bills did. The mailroom guy, they're interviewing him. He's like, did you know Josh was going to do this? He's like, no. And he's getting emotional again because he's like, why was he thinking of me in one of his biggest achievements? I'm just the mail guy. Like, I don't know. That speaks to, maybe I'll give Josh a pass when I want to talk shit on him. Maybe I'll go a little lighter.
You can still talk shit on the Bills as an entity, but
right.
Josh Allen himself, maybe cut him some slack, right?
I will.
And, don't piss off the wife.
Yeah. Right. No. And then, Coach of the Year, Kevin O'Connell. I don't think anybody
no-brainer.
Was shocked by it.
Yeah. I mean, if you count playoffs in these awards, it's probably Dan Quinn, but these are regular season awards, and Kevin O'Connell makes sense.
Yeah. Vikings were projected to win 6.5 games. They win 14, Trevor. That's kind of a stat in itself. So
correct.
Don't really have to go any further.
I think we both had the under on that one. And
yes,
we were sorely mistaken.
Yes.
Mistaken.
Yeah.
But again, good for the Vikings. Another snake bit franchise whose fans have been longing for a champion. Yeah. Hasn't come yet. Did not come this season after a first round exit, but they got the right guy in KOC. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then defensive rookie of the year, Jared Verse. I'm not shocked by that. He had a pretty outstanding rookie year.
Yeah, that one was a bit. Maybe Cooper DeJean, maybe had a bit more flashy of plays. Yeah, but I would say as far as consistency goes, and those defensive rookie of the year awards, they tend to be D-line quote unquote biased. So yeah, that makes sense.
And two, again, this award was very controversial. Comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Social media wanted Damar Hamlin.
Yeah. I understand the sentiment. I thought DeMar should have been last season just for stepping on the field.
That's when
you give it to him instead of Flacco. Like, we're not having this issue right now. No one's really talking about,
right.
No offense to him. He's a fantastic player and obviously coming back from what he did, but
right.
No one's really talking about him in that same light that they did this year because he didn't win it last year.
Yeah. Right.
And now, he's kind of probably going to be out of the awards for a little bit unless he makes a real run at the defensive player of the year. Mm-hmm. But no, Joe Burrow, honestly, Joe Burrow had too good of a season to ignore.
Correct.
Statistically, through the most touchdowns in the NFL, helped the guy get the Triple Crown. And unfortunately, did not have any help from the defensive side of the ball.
Terrible.
Lost a lot of close games, a lot of bad luck involved in that season. Burrow deserved some hardware. Yeah. And I'm honestly kind of glad he won that award. I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Should it have been maybe Damar Hamlin, maybe Sam Darnold? Sure. But again, Burrow season, MVP caliber if his team does anything, even makes the playoffs.
Right.
So,
no, I agree with you. We just talked about him at length, but Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon Barkley. I don't think there's any argument there between us, or if it is with the viewers out there. The guy literally had one of the best fucking seasons. Ninth player to reach 2,000 rushing yards. Was only 100 away from Dickerson's record. Probably would have got it if they didn't sit him. But it was a smart play. I'd take a Super Bowl over a record, and I think Saquon would agree.
So worked out, didn't it? He got the hardware
right. I think he's okay there, right? And I don't think there's much to discuss. He's well deserving of it.
Yeah, I mean, I see Henry and Chase are also in the running. Chase, the Triple Crown winner this year. But again, optically, Saquon with the seasons that he had in New York compared to the season he had in Philadelphia, maybe could have won MVP had it not been the MVQB award.
Yeah.
This again, another player. When you look at his play and the body of work he put together this season, too hard to ignore. So yes, I'm good with that.
Yeah. Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain II. Got a little angry at this one, and I don't know.
Yeah, this is the one that I kind of disagree with.
Yeah. Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody's probably saying, oh, you want to fucking TJ. Always want a Steeler if they're up for the award, Trevor. Just not enough production at times to get the nod.
Those last 5 or 6 games, I didn't think he recorded a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. you can't have that stretch without making a statistical impact even.
Yeah.
But no, Trey Hendrickson, I'm very, very surprised that he again, I'm a guy that might have been overshadowed by the rest of his defense's play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's such a good guy.
No, he's super nice human. Super nice. I
watched him on McAfee. I'm like, I hate Houday and the Bengals and all that bullshit, but you're all right. I like him. He's a good dude. Yeah, no, he's a Catholic fine. Dude. He was like, all right.
Family guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Come to the Steelers.
I like him as a human. He's, I mean, I like Joe Burrow as a human. They're just wearing the wrong uniform,
Yes.
I know. Yeah, I thought that should have been Trey Hendrickson. And yes, people are going to say, "Oh, it's another edge rusher winning the award." It's been the defensive edge rusher of the year award. I get that. Surtain had a fantastic season as well.
Yep.
But I don't know. Granted, I didn't watch a whole lot of Broncos action either. So, maybe I missed something that the voters didn't, and maybe they got it right. But I thought it should have been Hendrickson, personally.
Impactful player. I just, again, like you said, Hendrickson. But Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jane Daniels. There's not much to say. The kid is.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
Yeah,
that's an easy. I might have. Well, it's not the easiest one of the night, but I one of the easiest ones of the night.
Yeah, cookie cutter of C.J. Stroud, but even when it furthered this season with his own regime with the Commanders. So they'll be back next year. I'm not worried. I expect him. The hobby loves him, and we'll see what the fuck. But
amen.
Last one, and then we'll get over to Trevor's news and segments. Assistant Coach of the Year, Ben Johnson. Not surprised. Literally.
I thought maybe Fangio.
Oh, right. Well, after. Now.
Well, I mean, regular season. Regular season awards. Again, if you include playoffs, it's easily Fangio. But obviously, you can't include playoffs. You not a level playing field at that point. Ben Johnson makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Good luck in Chicago.
And 2 of those 5 guys that were up for jobs, that were up for assistant coach of the year, got head coaching jobs this offseason. Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson.
Yeah. No, but we wish them luck in Chicago, and hopefully you do what you did in Detroit. Jesus.
Godspeed.
Mother.
Godspeed.
But yeah, that's all I had for news. I'll be back later with debate time. We'll go over to Trevor's segments.
I know one thing. Ben Johnson's going to use his timeouts a little bit wiser than the last coach did.
Jesus Christ. Eberflus, dumbass.
I know that. Low-hanging fruit, I know, people, but, it's the Bears. You got to... it's like that scene from Benchwarmers. If there weren't dorks in the world, who would we throw crap at? If there weren't the Bears in the world, who would we shit on every single offseason?
Right.
And the Jets and the Browns. There's a few things. But anyway.
Yeah.
Quick announcement for the folks out there. Dinsy's draft dissertation will be returning upon the conclusion of the NFL Draft Combine, which lasts through March 2nd. I believe that starts on February 27th. So nice little 6-day combine action there. And then on March 4th, I'll immediately be starting the draft dissertation. I did want to start it earlier this season, but I can't really do a proper analysis until all the combine stats are out and the write-ups are done by NFL.com and Fox Sports and ESPN and all those guys. And, it gives me a little bit of time to watch some film.
Yes.
So, with that announcement, it is time to move on to first segment of the night. What's more likely? If you want to cue that up, please, and thank you. And yes, I'll send you a picture of me, doing something.
Yes.
My piece on it.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to do that for like 4 weeks. I haven't done it yet. I'll do it soon. Anyway, what's more likely?
Gotcha. Finger got stuck, got nervous. We're good. All right. What's more likely with Trevor Dinsmore?
There you go. We're having a good night, aren't we?
I gotta fucking do hand sanitizer before these fuckers so it doesn't stick. All right, we're good.
Hey, Germex.
Yeah.
Germex is the way. Well, actually, I prefer Purell. I do.
Yeah.
Germex is a little cheaper, though.
I like Purell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. But anyway, I saw some, of course, there's odds out there on where the Enigma, Aaron Rodgers, is going to go. Figured I'd toss some teams out there since we were talking about him, see who you feel is most likely to gain the services of the 4-time MVP and former Super Bowl champion. Vikings, 49ers, Raiders, Steelers. Most likely amongst those to gain the services of Aaron Rodgers. I can give you odds once you give me your pick.
I get the 49ers. That's an interesting one. But Vikings.
Vikings.
Yep.
Mm.
If the
story goes. Raiders. Yeah.
Brady is a big fan of Rodgers.
He likes him.
He does. That is,
and the Raiders are nutty enough to do it.
Oh, could you? I know our feelings on Chip Kelly, but him and Rodgers. That's very interesting there.
Yeah. Agreed. I'd like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll stick with the Raiders just because I really don't want to say the Steelers. But odds, according to DraftKings, Steelers are plus 200. They're the betting favorites.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I had the same reaction. Raiders plus 300. 49ers plus 350. Vikings plus 400. Those are the 4 odds-on betting favorites. The Colts were included in the mix as well.
Ooh.
Another Matt Ryan type deal, another Phillip Rivers like deal going in there instead of Anthony Richardson. Which literally, if they go out and get him, they're literally getting another bridge guy for potential draft picks later on. But I'll say the Raiders if he doesn't retire. I don't think he's going to retire though.
No. And Matt Ryan's career with the Colts though.
Yeah, it was a rough season.
Oh.
Pretty sure he even thinks that he shouldn't have done that. But
just
go home. 2020.
Go home, Matt. You don't need to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, good question. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Most likely to win Super Bowl 60. Yeah, we're doing this already, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof.
Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California, Super Bowl 60. Odds-on favorites, obviously the Eagles and the Chiefs, plus 600, plus 650, respectively. Ravens at plus 650 right behind them. Bills 750, Lions 1,000, 49ers 1,500. Is it going to be one of those teams, or is it going to be someone else? And I'll give you the Steelers odds too. Don't worry. I want your answer first, and then I'll give it to you.
It's between the Bills and the Lions.
Okay. We get a Bills-Lions Super Bowl potentially. What America wanted this year, we get next year.
I really wanted that.
I'd love that. I truly.
And the reason I'm not trying to tiptoe the answer. I'll say Bills, but I'll say this: why to the viewers and you, Trevor, why I want it is you got two hard working class blue collar cities, and like that. I'd love hard hitting football. Good, yeah. I want that shit.
Yeah,
that would be fucking cool. But I'll say Bills. Yeah,
Bills. I'll say Lions. Lions. You get the Lions with a healthy defense down the stretch. I think they could make the NFC Championship again, and potentially make it to the Super Bowl from the NFC side. That could have happened this year, but just absolutely ravaged by injuries. I'll take the Lions early on. Plus 1,000, good money on it.
Oh.
It's probably not going to be the 49ers. It's only been 2 times in history where the home team, the home team stadium has been in the Super Bowl. Ratbirds can't stand them. And plus, until I'll believe it when I see it when it comes to Lamar and his playoff struggles. Eagles, Chiefs, that's another thing I really don't want to see. Glad Saquon got his one. Glad the Eagles beat the Chiefs, prevented the three-peat. But let's get something different. We've seen this show 2 out of the last 3 years. Let's get a new show in there, huh?
Yeah. Fun fact for you, too. Has nothing to Sirianni. Thought he was from the Buffalo. He grew up 40 minutes from Olean, Jamestown. I did not know that. There's a big thing. So hopefully he can come back to high school. That would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
I did not know he was that close. I mean, it's a hell of a story. Yeah. And Bonaventure kids got to interview him. That was kind of cool. They're like, yeah, I know Bon. I'm like, it's from Jamestown. Knows Bonaventure? What the fuck? Yeah, it was cool.
He went to school? Did he go to Bonds?
No. I think he went D3 football, right? I forget what college, though.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll have to look. It's okay. I didn't mean to take over your shit.
No, you're good.
Tangent again.
It's relevant. It's relevant.
Right.
So I mentioned a few free agent wide receivers, potentially some trade targets out there as well.
Yep.
Pretty stacked market for that this year. I'm going to bring up 3 guys. I want you to tell me who's most likely to sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers or end up in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform come 2025 regular season. Chris Godwin, Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel. Among those 3.
I'm going to say Chris Godwin would be really nice. Cooper Kupp, though.
I was thinking Cooper Kupp as well. Godwin would be probably the best schematic fit.
Oh.
And went to Penn State, kind of by his breeding grounds. But I'll say Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
I'll say Cooper Kupp as well. I don't know. They've been in talks about getting Cooper Kupp for too long now, and I think Khan's going to make a move.
Prior to the draft.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
You never know. You never know.
We might have something on draft night. I don't know if my heart's gonna ease up on the booze that night. I watched that one back. Yeah. But anyways, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. Oh, Christ, the thing's 4 hours long, so you're gonna have a go home.
Well, I watched it back. I'm looking at hour 2. Trevor,
You're leaning. You over here. Shit.
Check out that video too, folks. There's a new video out. We did a throwback. Shit.
Is it one where you're leaning over like this and you?
Well, it's what you and me are talking to freaking Joe, and the guy's like, "Fuck Caleb." It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah,
Williams, it was,
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. What is that? That's on our TikTok?
I'm going to add that to TikTok, but it's on YouTube right now.
It's on you on the shorts? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yep.
Transitioning away from football now for a second here. I want to talk about a certain college basketball player making a lot of noise right now. One Cooper Flagg out of Duke. And he's having a stellar season for the Blue Devils right now. Big 6'9", 205-pound freshman guard, averaging 19.5, 7.7 on the boards, and 4 assists per game. Shooting pretty well lights out, too. 47.9% from the field, 35% from three. Leading Duke on a treacherous run. They're 20-3 right now. And I know they've won a shit ton of games in a row, and I know they've beaten a lot of good teams. They're 12-1 within their conferences, dominating the ACC. And Cooper Flagg figures to be the first overall pick in this upcoming NBA draft. My question to you is, where is he most likely to go? And I got some odds here.
Okay.
What was this here? I forget exactly who put out these odds. I think it was FanDuel. The Wizards, Jazz, Hornets, Pelicans, Bulls, or Nets. You say the team, then I'll give you the odds for each of them.
I'm going to say Wizards.
Think the Wizards?
They need help.
I know they do. I'll say the Jazz.
Okay.
I'll say the Jazz. I think they get lucky in the lottery.
Okay.
And Wizards, as you stated, betting favorites plus 500. Jazz and Hornets plus 550, as well as the Pelicans plus 550. Bulls plus 650, Nets plus 700.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
very tight.
Nets could be out there too.
Yeah.
Pretty tight at the top there. But it all depends on the lottery as well.
Yeah.
FanDuel Sportsbook provided those odds for us. So, but I'm very excited to see what he does in the NBA. I mean, he's not going to be no Wembanyama, but he's going to be pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah.
A guard that can rebound.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Talking baseball now for a quick second. And then we're going to switch over to the fun part of the show, WWE. We're going to do that. Very eventful Monday Night Raw we're going to talk about.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
More likely to happen within the next 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been hints of this. A lot of MLB owners upset with the lack of a salary cap. Just rumblings right now. Nothing too concrete yet. But anyway, more likely to happen within the next 5 years. 5 years. The MLB adopts some semblance of a salary cap. I'm thinking like NBA style, where if you pay over X amount, you pay a shit ton of luxury tax. But, whatever. If you're the Dodgers, you're paying a shit ton of luxury tax. Either they establish it or they start to phase it in within 5 years, or the Pittsburgh Pirates somehow make the playoffs again. I'm aware I'm putting you on the spot, but there's a reason I say this, because a lot of pundits out there, baseball pundits, are putting grades on the offseason for a bunch of these teams. A lot of people putting a DNF for the Pirates, as in did not finish, as in did not do a damn thing. They signed Tommy Pham. Great.
Right.
Last time the Pirates signed a free agent to a multi-year contract, do you want to guess when that was?
What's the 2016, right? No.
2016, December 2016. Do you remember who the free agent was?
No, I remember you telling me the year. I can't remember the name.
Starting pitcher Ivan Nova.
Okay.
Who? Yeah, who?
I don't even know. Yeah.
Signed him to a multi-year deal. That was the last time Pirates signed a free agent to a multi-year deal. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the last time they really tried to win.
Yeah.
So,
Look at
But anyway, within the next 5 years, salary cap or the Pirates make the playoffs?
I'm going to say salary cap.
I was thinking the same thing.
Sorry, Buckles.
If there's just rumblings now, Manfred's been acting decently swiftly lately. With all the rule changes and trying to make teams spend more money and shit like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Bob Dunning's not going to do shit to make his team win. So.
I'm telling you, I said it last year with you and Natester. Go to the fucking grills, get the grease pits, put it on PNC Park field, because he ain't doing a goddamn thing.
Yeah. Or you just plant grass over the dirt and you just host events there. You do that.
Yeah, have some concerts.
Turn it into a big old backyard. I have it for weddings, have it for do a Sunday mass there.
There has to be a sense of pride, and he doesn't have it. I don't give a shit.
He has the sense of a pocketbook. That's
fucking
about all
cheap ass piece of shit.
A little bit.
I'm kidding. Oh, whoops. All right.
Sorry. I'll just say this: there's no positivity surrounding the Pirates right now. How can there be?
That's
about it.
I mean, that's
All
great.
Skeens and Livy Dunn is in the stands half the time, and she makes something for me go positive. I'll just say that.
Well, I'll say this: he's not. Why wouldn't you try to fucking give him a team? Just give him a couple guys so he wants to stay. Fuck, man. That's like ownership 101. Whatever. Loser. He's a fucking loser.
If we were in a PlayStation party with him, you'd call him a loser.
Fucking loser. All right.
Loser.
Try to tone it back with the swearing, but
nah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. We're not. As long as we don't say any racial slurs, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, from the disappointment and agony of dreading the Pirates 2026 or 2025 season and onward, and the 2026 and 2020, dreading that, to potentially dreading a new member of the Judgment Day on Monday Night Raw. JD McDonough's hurt for a little bit, has a punctured lung. Yeah, that was a pretty rough fall the other week. Thankfully, nothing happened with his head, as far as I know. Could have been a lot worse. Glad he's okay. But Dirty Dom Mysterio had a little conversation with Finn Balor last night, saying maybe it's time for a new member in the Judgment Day. So I thought, I started brainstorming a little bit. I'm like, okay, who's coming back? Who's in NXT? Who could potentially serve themselves well and, get a little bit of a remake? I came up with two particular names. More likely to join the Judgment Day, Omos or Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne?
You say Pete Dunne?
Yeah.
I'll say Omos.
Okay.
I'm thinking Omos. You get a big guy in there, Get an enforcer.
Yeah.
That's kind of what Priest was to an extent.
Yeah.
And now, it's just a bunch of small athletic guys in that faction.
Yeah.
You get Omos in there, and he just did a stint in Pro Wrestling Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Had a pretty good run in there. Triple H looking to bring him back, potentially. So, we'll see.
Yeah. What if the big son of a bitch went in there? Braun Strowman. What if he joined? It's not going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen.
How interesting would that dynamic be? If that would be something. It's not going to happen.
The only way I could envision that is if they start having matches where guys are forced to join the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
If they lose and somehow Braun Strowman loses to Dom Mysterio because of some stupid interference or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they play that dynamic up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that happening. But big son of a bitch, Omos. And he's a guy where you could still assert each of those voices in the Judgment Day too. Dom Mysterio is going to get his shit in. Finn Balor is going to take a step forward as a leader and do all the verbals and everything. Because Omos, he's big, he's athletic, but he's not going to talk.
Right.
So
the silent giant.
I think that would make more sense.
Yep.
Just me. I do like Pete Dunne though. I do like Pete Dunne. And
that would be interesting.
Fun fact about him: he's already producing matches.
Oh shit!
So,
Yeah.
Usually, you got to have like 20 plus years in the biz for that to happen. But he's already producing Matt. He's only 30, 31 years old.
Yeah.
So doing pretty good for himself.
Yeah.
And obviously he's vicious as shit, breaking the fingers of everybody, breaking down the limbs and everything. He's intense. He's good.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Him and Penta wrestle next week. I'm gonna be a happy camper when that happens.
Yeah, hell of a fucking match. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I already fought once. Obviously Penta won, but
yeah.
Looking forward to the rematch for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. That's all I got for this week's edition of What's More Likely. We're going to move on to All In, Raise, Check, or Fold. We're going to stick with WWE for a little bit while we do that. So please cue All In, Raise, Check, or Fold.
Hell yeah. Oh, we're doing okay. All In, Raise, Check, or Fold with Trevor.
There you go. Thank you. I want people to remember my name. That's it. It's just that's all. That's all. I want people to. I'll do it. Here's how about this? You keep doing it for me. I'll do it for you and debate.
You don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I will. I got to reciprocate. It's a give and take here.
Right.
It's a relationship, right? And
yes.
You know something about a good relationship, right? You are married. Give and take.
It's a circle. See,
it's a circle. It's not a square triangle. It's a circle.
If I can figure out how to throw cutscenes in, I'd throw that in.
Right. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. We could do that if we pre-record the episode.
Yeah.
Obviously, Yeah. We're live here, so that's very tough. Very tough.
Yeah.
But sticking with WWE with All In, Raise, Check, or Fold, the entirety of Las Vegas will be eating when Jey Uso defeats Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at the WrestleMania.
I'm gonna go all in on that.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Do you do this? Do you do this? No, you don't do it.
I like.
Why not?
It's grown on me. I'll say that. I hated it.
Okay.
Remember we talked
right. Yeah, I remember
3 months ago.
You were more Jimmy Uso than you were Jay. You were like, no, but instead of the
yeah.
Anyway,
no, All In. I think. God, he's taken the universe by storm, huh? I mean, damn.
Well, he doesn't have to cut a promo because all that's got to happen is his music's got to hit.
Yep.
He's got to cycle through it a few times, and then the crowd's chanting one more time, and then he looks to the camera, does this, and then they play it again. And then he does it another 3 more times, says about 5 sentences, and we're on.
Yep.
We're good.
Yeah. It's a hell of a.
And then all that had to happen this time was Gunther had to interrupt it, naturally setting up the match.
Yep.
Makes it easy. Makes it easy.
I'm excited. I am.
Very much.
Yep.
Very much.
Hell yeah.
That'll be the main event too. I can't, as much as I love seeing Jay do that, I can't wait to see what kind of heel work Gunther does with this too.
I mean, he's doing a hell of a job. I mean, last night.
Right. Yes. Oh, the beat down and the pulling him off the announce table and the trash talk. He's very underrated trash talker. Gunther is.
And I think other people that aren't fans of wrestling, they go, "Oh, these guys are a bunch of idiots." We've heard of Trevor the tight.
It's fake. Blah, 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 blah.
All that bullshit. They're smart. They are smart because right when that happened, they fucking turned quick. Like, fuck you. Like, they went ape shit.
Yeah.
Like, you suck. Like, I was like, wow. Turned quick on. They love Jay and Gunther. You an ass at yourself. They've turned on you. Good heel. Doing a hell of a job.
Oh, fantastic. Classic heel, too. Mm-hmm. Classic. I'm better than you, and I prove it every single night, and I'm going to shove it in your face verbally as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Not only that, reinforcing Jey Uso, you're nothing but a tag team guy. I've beat you every time we've wrestled for a title, blah, 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 blah. All that good stuff. But literally, when he pulled Jay off the table, me and Pat simultaneously said, "That son of a bitch,"
Yeah, it's good shit.
Because I was doing this. I tell you what I was doing. I made some pizza last night, and I was putting it away. Then all of a sudden, from my kitchen in the living room, I hear Jey Uso's music. I throw down the pizza. I start doing this. And then in between, I'm trying to like wrap the pizza up, put it in the fridge for leftovers that I had tonight. Yeah. And this keeps happening. I'm like, okay, I gotta go back. I gotta go back in. I gotta go back to the kitchen. I gotta go back in. Yeah. And then they did it again, and he gets on the announce table, and I'm still doing it. And then and Gunther rips him off. And
son of a bitch.
I use some words that I'm not going to repeat on here. I was not very nice. Well, that among some other 4-letter words that I'm not going to repeat.
You're good.
Anyway, from that. Very excited for Gunther versus Jey Uso, WrestleMania 41 main event.
Hell yeah.
Main event, Jey Uso versus Gunther. All in race checker fold. George Kittle should be at every single Raw and be on our screens about 1,000 times per week instead of Taylor Swift getting all this action on the Chiefs games.
Seeing him as much as I'm all in on that, but seeing him as much as I've seen him on there, he's a goofy looking son of a gun. Like I haven't really got to look at him head on.
He's a little off.
But back if he kept no shit, he probably cleared like 7 beers when he was there. Oh, he was just fucking having the time of his life. I love it though. I love it.
Not only that, he was wearing the Penta shirt when they zoomed in on Pat and Cole on the announce table. Literally, it was perfect. He was sitting right in the middle of them. He was just making faces the whole time. Yeah. And I wasn't even looking at Pat. I wasn't even looking at Cole. I was looking at George Kittle with his Penta shirt on, making faces.
It was awesome.
It's hilarious.
Yes. No, I'd love to see him somehow get in the ring. That would be. Let's get him back in there. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be fun. He's got to retire from football first. He can't have risking injury. And so on and so forth. But
maybe come out with the Judgment Day or something like Ben did with DX. That would be.
Yeah. That'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Shit.
I thought what was going to happen was I didn't realize Penta wasn't in a match last night. He did a pre-taped vignette, but so he was on Raw, but he wasn't live. He wasn't in the ring.
Right.
And I thought well, that would have been nice. That's his favorite wrestler. He does the Zero Miedo thing on the field. So I thought it would have been a perfect interaction. And I did see later in the week, Chris Van Vliet interviewed Penta, asked him about that, and they're literally like best buds. They text each other all the time.
No shit. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's awesome. Very cool. Very cool. They did a masked jersey exchange one time, and they just hit it off.
Wow. That's cool shit.
Yeah. I like that.
I
like that. Yeah. George Kittle needs to be on Raw more often.
Oh yeah.
Especially after his football career. Once his football career is done, get him in the ring. I know he did he did a little spot with Pat when he wrestled Theory a few years ago at Mania, but let's get him full time in the ring. That'd be nice. Let's make George Kittle what we thought Gronkowski was going to be. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Anyway, moving on from that, we're going to talk about another guy who's doing fantastic heel work right now, Kevin Owens.
Oh.
Did that package pile driver on Sami Zayn last week. Sami Zayn has nerve damage, blah, 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 blah. They out of action for a while, which is translation for needs to spend some time home with his kids and, get away from the business for just a hot second.
Yep.
Kevin Owens, though, is doing some of the best heel work that we have seen in the past 10 years. All in race checker full.
I'd say at least. All in.
I was going to say race.
So it's more than
it's
10
up there.
Years.
Yeah. 10 years is a while. That's why I said 10 years.
When we talk heel, I think Andre, he'll help Hulk get over.
Right.
But Guerrero with the custody thing with Ray. Wow. I mean, there's some lines they stepped over there.
Oh, yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Well, I mean, Christ, Rey Mysterio, I see his family involved all the time.
Yeah.
Did it with rivalry with Punk back in the day, too.
Yeah.
So, and obviously the infighting with Dom when they fought at WrestleMania 39.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just,
pretty sure they literally had Dom's mom slap him on live TV. That was
it was. If you're a wrestling fan out there, you're watching the conversation here. Go back if you don't remember, or maybe you were watching then.
Go watch.
Oh, you're not my dad. Whoa! Holy shit! Okay,
I'm gonna say Dom was doing some fantastic heel work.
Oh, God!
Which is kind of that's kind of why I said Rays. As I was reading the question, Dom came into my mind, and that whole rivalry, and the pop that happened on SmackDown when Rey Mysterio finally hit him, because for a long time he said, "I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to fight you," as a father would do with a son, and then only in wrestling will a father, knock down a son with a punch, and 20,000 people cheer their asses off.
Yeah. Jesus. And he's still dealing with it, because last night he never can fucking talk, dude. He can never. And he starts. I don't know Spanish, but I was trying to. I heard his music, and I'm like, fuck, I got to get my translate, because he says shit in Spanish, and I don't know what the fuck is he cursing at them. Do we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just
I don't know what he's calling him. I haven't had the thought to actually look up what he's saying. It's probably on a Reddit somewhere or something.
Yeah.
But he's cursing him out. But that's like my favorite part of the show now. When he comes out and he's holding a microphone and 20,000 strong in unison.
This is what he has to pause.
That the judgment day. Boo!
It's AJ Styles.
I'm just sitting on my couch dying every time. It's so hilarious. It's
good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Good shit though. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kevin Owens right now. Fantastic work, because he did some stuff like he was kind of on the fringes of WWE for a little bit, because it was around the time where his contract actually came up, where he started this thing.
Okay.
And then it got white hot, and then obviously he did the program with Cody, and he's been a top tier heel since then. So. Good shit.
Yep.
Shit. That's what these seltzers do right out of the can, man. They make me burp.
Hell yeah.
Best quality burps I ever get, though.
Yes.
I swear.
Yeah.
Moving on. Going back to football and touching on the Super Bowl one last time.
Okay.
Well, actually, one more time after this. Not related to football. The Super Bowl bounce back win from the Philadelphia Eagles after the disappointment 2 years ago validates Nick Sirianni as a top-tier head coach in the NFL and validates Jalen Hurts as a top-tier quarterback in the NFL. Validates both of them.
I have to go Rays.
I was at a check more because of the Sirianni factor. How much did he actually have to do with that,
Fangio's hiring.
Yes. Genius.
We don't have that. Are we in this position? I don't think so.
Probably not.
So, not to discredit Sirianni, because I bet you he played a role in the hiring. Hey, this guy would be good. He fit our system.
Right.
But Hurts actually throwing the ball this season, it did open my eyes a little bit. Like he showed. Remember, I forget what game. He's like, "Is that all? That's what you guys want to see, right?" I was like, "Shit, okay,
yeah."
Talk your shit, Jalen. But he's not just a typical mobile. He can throw the ball. So I'd say Rays, just because of Fangio hiring. I don't think we'd be here.
All right, that's fair. I'm still at a check. I'm still at a check with Sirianni.
Okay.
Nice. And I know he's not your prototypical head coach. He's not your calm strategist that has like a Burger King menu in front of him calling plays. He's not. He's he's like what's his name from I can't even remember the movie now. Will Ferrell, basketball, semi-pro. Jackie Moon.
Yep.
Jackie Moon. He's a leader. He's a motivator. It gets it's provocative. It gets people going.
Yep.
He strikes me as that sort of leader. Without Kellen Moore, let's see how he does. Kellen Moore accepted the Saints job pretty much right away.
Yep. We'll
see how he does there. And I wouldn't be surprised if Fangio, if he has another great season, I don't know how much longer he'll last.
Correct.
If certain head coaching openings come up and Fangio's available, he might take some interviews.
One of the most dominant performances I've seen the defense have in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes.
So that has to be.
Well into the third quarter, we were talking, is this going to be the first shutout in Super Bowl history?
That was a conversation, and I'm like, ooh, they get shut out here. No, Andy's good, but maybe only shutout. I don't know. There might be a conversation. I understand he's a Hall of Fame coach, but the Huns aren't going to deal with that product. I don't think they give a shit who it is. But it didn't happen. So
no,
he wouldn't have got fired, Trevor. No.
No.
I think a conversation would have been had though. Like, holy shit, what the fuck?
There would have been some serious conversations about what they're going to do this offseason. I still think they're going to go get a ton of offensive line help, potentially running back too. This is a pretty good running back draft.
Yes.
You know who I bet they get? I bet they somehow find a way to get that Cam Scatterboo. And it's going to bite me in the ass. And do you seen Cam Scatterboo? Big physical fucking bruiser.
Yep.
What else could you want in a running back?
Loves contact.
Loves contact and can catch the ball every now and again. Cool. He's pretty versatile when he was at Arizona State. I think, like I said, I think he's one of the most underrated running backs in a draft in a while. I watched him play against Texas, and I watched him play, in the last few games of the season in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah,
hey, dude's a stud.
Oh yeah,
absolute stud. The Chiefs, they went with a gimmicky pick last year. They went with Xavier Worthy, right? That ended up working out. Who's to say they don't just have some common sense this year and go get Scatterboo maybe in the second round. Scatterboo, the running back class is pretty deep this year. I think he'll fall.
Yeah. I agree. They always end up finding fucking guys. Hopkins.
Right. Yeah.
Drives me fucking nuts. Yeah.
I mean, it's an attractive place to
Kareem Hunt was almost kicked. We don't even need to go there, but was not in the NFL at one point. Somehow comes back. He's on the Super Bowl team. Okay.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen? Like,
they
just find people, Trevor. It's just amazing to me.
They do. They somehow work out. Yeah.
Well, take a pay cut. You're going to win a Super Bowl. Oh, that sounds nice. They almost had it.
Good by me.
Yeah.
Almost had the three-peat. Not quite.
No.
Going to college ball for a second.
Yep.
Heisman front runner, and apparently with the ladies, a bit of a heartthrob, and maybe the most athletic Manning that we will ever see come down the pike, other than Cooper, perhaps.
Yeah.
Of course, we lost Cooper to a bunch of injuries, but Arch Manning, going to be quarterback at Texas. And I think he should be everyone's way too early Heisman pick.
All in.
Same here.
Yeah.
I do like that Nussmeier from LSU, though. He is the front runner at plus 800. Arch Manning right behind him, plus 900.
I think.
But, he's young. He's spunky. He can run the ball, too. I mean, imagine what Texas could have done if they had a more mobile quarterback.
Correct.
who's by most accounts just as accurate as Quinn Ewers. I think I think Arch has got a certain X factor that Quinn Ewers just didn't.
Correct. And he has the arm of his uncle.
Yes.
But he has the mobility that his uncle did not. So and I feel the football
of his grandpa.
Yes. Right. I'm excited to see. I think he's people are already obsessed with him. I think he's gonna I have no doubts on him, Trevor, at all. No.
Likewise. Yeah, I think he's gonna be a stud.
Yeah.
Well, glad we were on the same page with most of these. We didn't really last couple weeks, or it might have been the week before, we were opposite on everything. Now we're back on the same page, people. We're back on the same page, which I know, sometimes you want to see us going at each other, but it's just the thing. That's just the thing. We go on these tangents, but they're mostly about us agreeing. Sometimes you need peace. Sometimes you need peace.
Right.
And with what's going on in the world, we're glad we can bring a little peace to you.
Correct.
From peace to a little bit of negativity, a little bit of riling up. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked?
Yes.
Cue that.
Yep.
Please, thank you.
Let's take the goddamn fingers don't want to work tonight, Trevor. All right, hold on here.
You got you got Parkinson's over there? What are you doing?
No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You get slammed like Tua?
There we go.
We got there.
Yeah.
Say the thing.
On a scale 1 to 10. Scale to 1 to 10, are they fucked? Yeah. I had to make sure I didn't press that other one. I didn't delete it. So we're good.
What other one?
Are
they unfucked. Oh, okay,
yes.
You had to get
Yeah, I got to
move that. You got to move that to the bottom.
It's not at the bottom. It's just still.
It's there.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh no, that one. No.
Anyway, let's start off this week's edition on a scale of 1 to 10. Are they fucked? Cutting right to the chase. I said I'd be touching on the Super Bowl one more time in a non-football related way. So here it is.
Oh boy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Drake's rap career.
With other allegations as well as that Super Bowl, I'd say a 9.
I was at a 9 as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to push it to a 9.5. I was before the Super Bowl, I was probably going to say an 8. I wouldn't even ask the question, but hypothetically, I would have said an 8. And then Kendrick comes out, literally calls out Drake, does not like us when he was told by a bunch of other people in the industry not to do that because of an ongoing lawsuit as well.
Yes.
And he says, fuck you, I'm doing it anyway. And literally, pretty much dedicated the whole halftime performance to just sawing what's left of Drake's rap career in half, proverbially just pounding the nails in the casket. I mean, Drake is dropping a new album soon. I don't even know what it's called, and I don't even know when it's dropping because no one fucking cares, apparently.
Public opinion is just diluted right now.
A little bit.
Real bad.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
So.
And then you got the fucking content, other content creators. We appreciate your efforts out there. We love, but you got that on top of it. Ooh, it's gonna be tough, buddy. Good. Oh well, I saw this and Yee. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of allegations. That's all I.
Not for nothing. There. Kendrick Lamar did get 60,000 plus to say A minor.
Yeah.
On top of the 127 million that we're watching at home. Some grandmas and grandpas included that I saw say A minor.
Yeah.
Like,
grandma's dancing.
Never seen an old lady dance to. Never seen an old lady dance to Kendrick Lamar until I turned on TikTok about 20 minutes before we started here.
Don't even know who.
And all of a sudden, the grandma's just like, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, it was good.
They not like us. They not like us. No, they not like us.
It was.
Grandma, what are you doing? You're supposed to be listening to Sinatra and Dean Martin, not Kendrick.
Crushing a couple old fashions and fucking throwing down to Kendrick Lamar. Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that what you had Super Bowl Sunday? You had some
No, I
And
could just see shit. Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, my grandpa likes. He makes a mean white Russian.
Oh, those are good too. Any day.
I enjoy those.
Does not matter the weather.
Yeah,
they're delicious. Yeah,
absolutely. Got me a little too tipsy last time that I had one of those. He put, it's, I forget who it was. 2 shots of vodka. Glug 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 glug. He doesn't measure, and he's 84, so he just
hell yeah.
And he needs the extra kick for it to kick in with him because he's been drinking so long, all his life.
Right.
Not in an alcoholic, but he's at a bar, he's gonna drink.
Right. I salute you, Gramps. Good job, buddy.
I'm named after that man, and the more I get to know him, Daryl's my middle name. Yes, Daryl's my middle name, people. It's not James or
never knew that. Okay.
Yeah, Daryl. Daryl Dinsmore makes a mean white Russian.
Hell yeah.
Go to St. Mary's, get yourself one.
Hell yeah.
He'll be happy to serve you, and he'll enjoy the company, and he'll get drunk with you. I mean,
right.
He'll pass out about 20 minutes later, but he'll get drunk with you.
Having a good time.
Yes. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? The chances of any team in NFL history three-peating a Super Bowl.
I'd say probably around a 7 on that. Someday.
I was thinking a 6, 5 or a 6. I'll go with 5.
Okay.
Yeah. NFL history is far from over. I would.
I hope.
So.
Yeah.
And if it becomes more and more like flag football, the formula is going to be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Just get a shit ton of quick guys, right?
Pretty much. Draft will be interesting. Yeah, Yeah, I want that days to be happening when I'm not here. I don't want to see that.
Same.
I really don't.
I get that.
Watched a little bit of the Pro Bowl. I'm like, oh God, could you imagine the Super Bowl being this? Oh,
I couldn't do it.
No.
I couldn't watch that Pro Bowl.
No.
You have freaking Drake May and Russ Wilson, Trevor Lawrence there. Like, what are we doing? Like, why not send everybody there then? For Christ's sake.
Not a good product.
No.
Something though. Yeah.
Very much. Very much. On to the last sport we're going to cover, with me anyway. I don't know what you got on cue for debate time.
Yep.
Talking a little basketball.
Yep.
Promised we'd talk a little basketball from now on.
Yeah.
And learned a little piece of news this week concerning Joel Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
The process, as they call him. Unfortunately, the process has not bore much fruit. Haven't even made a conference finals as Joel Embiid, nor had the 76ers in his tenure.
No.
And now he comes out and says that he might need another knee surgery after the offseason because he didn't properly rehab over the offseason.
I did not see this.
He played in the Olympics too. Played in the Olympics. He says, some surgery and a proper offseason would do me some good.
Oh.
In light of that, and you know what I've been clamoring for.
Yep.
I think I've said it on this program a time or two.
Yeah.
Give Maxey the reins.
Yep.
Give Maxey the reins. He's there all the time. Great locker room guy, great human, good with the organization, good with the public. Plays his ass off every single night. Plays offense and defense. Give him the reins. Give him the reins.
Yeah.
In light of all that, on a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Joel Embiid's time as a 76er and perhaps in the NBA. Rumors swirling around that, because of the injury history, he might retire. very much rumblings right now. Nothing from like Shams or anything like that. But
and I got to take into account you're a Sixers fan, and I don't mean to.
I want to have these hard conversations, so give your honest opinion.
If he does this, he might be up there with Zion. I did not see any reports on this. So I didn't mean, I'm sorry for the reaction. I'm just like, Jesus.
No, that's Christ. Okay. That's okay.
I mean, we're at a fucking 9. I mean,
so
how many, Trevor, and I don't mean to be not in what the hell's going on here. How many seasons has this occurred now? What happened last season? I can't remember.
I know that he's played a full NBA season and gone through it entirely healthy. I don't know that he has. He's only played in roughly 50% of the games that he's been eligible to play in.
Okay.
And by eligible, I mean, like on the roster and in the NBA.
Yeah, I'm going to say 9 for the Sixers. But for the NBA, maybe not as bad. But
no, I was going to say just Joel Embiid's time in the NBA.
Oh, that's it. Time. It's a 9.
Yeah. Okay.
There's been good moments, but
it's been some fantastic moments. And when he's on the floor, he's one of the most skilled big men in the game. Former MVP, for Christ's sake.
Correct.
Can't stay on the floor. Can't stay on the floor. And it's really getting old. It's really getting old how he's managing his body and how he's, putting himself through hell, essentially. And that's what he did this past season anyway. You don't have to go to the Olympics, Joel, and then lo and behold, you go to the Olympics and now you claim that you're tired and you're injured. And it's tough to get you acclimated back for an NBA season. Like, just take them off then. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Is it his
mismanagement of your body? Like, huh?
Do you think it's follow through on his end for the treatment, or is it his body just not able to? I don't know what it is.
Little bit of both. Like, he's got to know his body, though, right?
Yeah.
He's got. If your body's saying one thing and you do another, it's usually not going to go well. You know that as an athlete, if your body says one thing and you try to go against that, it's not going to be a good result 9 times out of 10.
I would just kill, and I know you would too. Mm-hmm. And again, like I alluded to, we're gonna have guests come on that are athletes. If you're given this chance, come on, like fucking do everything you can, man. You are one of the most generational big guys I've ever seen when healthy. Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm sad for you. Like, I'm pissed. Like,
I'm gonna say you kind of did a lot of the venting for me there. I appreciate it.
I did it last week too, because I think we thought it's just. Here's the issue. He's the face of. He's like the current day. I'm not Trevor. I'm not alluding to how much he Dr. J. He's the current day Dr. J for the Sixers.
It's the franchise.
He's the franchise, and it just has to be so disheartening to the teammates that it's just another fucking thing. It's like, oh God, like we need you. Fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be flipping out if he was my teammate and he had that talent. That's all. Be like, oh my God, I just want to fucking.
Yeah, and well, just imagine how the fans feel. It's easy for the fans to criticize, right? A little bit harder for the players because obviously they're in the shit with him. They know him a little bit better than I do as a person and as an athlete.
Yeah.
But just optically, it's not. It sucks. It's just disappointing season after disappointing season. It's like, I mean, literally, like the Sixers and the Steelers are pretty much the same team. You know, we go over 500, we make it to the playoffs, great. And the Sixers, unlike the Steelers, they do win a round every now and again, but can't get past that.
Yeah.
Can't get past the quarterfinals. Steelers, same thing. You get to the playoffs, sure, you scrape in there, and then you get smoked, and you're gone. It doesn't really matter. Season's a wash anyway, and now you're drafting 20th.
Yep.
So, same thing with the Sixers.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I'm able to have some hope of success, but at the same time, prolonged mediocrity, it's exhausting.
And I don't mean to bring up the forbidden guy, but
I'm going to talk about him in a second.
Oh, okay. I'll wait till you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to say about him right now?
I'm just going to say, I think you as a Sixer fan would probably be better on speaking on this and to the Sixer fans out there. But I think everybody thought, hey, we got this cancer out of here. We're good. And it's like, oh, shit. We might have a new one. It's you know?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, though. But I know we're talking about, so I'll wait till you go.
Yeah, I'll just jump right into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, are they fucked? Ben Simmons' chances of being remembered as anything other than a bust.
Go. Chances of not. Or wait, say that again, Trevor.
Ben Simmons' chances of being remembered as anything other than a bust. And you know what? Let's take it a step further. Ben Simmons' chances of being remembered as anything other than a complete and total potential top 10 bust of all time.
Oh, I'm at a 9.
I was you know me, I'm at a 10 with that one. I'm a little biased. Yes.
I'm thinking of Morrison and
Miocic.
And I always go after. Yeah. Well, see that one sucked. Sam Bowie. Guess you could.
Yeah.
Injuries with those two guys. Greg Owen's such a good fucking guy too. God.
Injuries derailed him. Yeah.
And I go after Kwame Brown and.
Yeah.
But there's a list. But Simmons is definitely. Oh yeah, he's on there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zion, I guess.
I've seen faults on a couple top 10 lists as well. So potentially during the process, we could have had two top picks.
I did forget about Markel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Shooting went to shit, which coaching I don't think helped there. But
the free
throw.
Yeah.
What's that?
His free throw. Wasn't that the issue? Yeah.
Yeah. Primarily. Okay. Well, that was Ben's too. Ben Simmons.
It's 3
points. Shoot anything outside of 5 feet.
Oh my God! You're bringing it back, and I'm not even a fan. Oh.
Nah, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. Reason I brought that up though, he did sign with the Clippers after being waived by the Nets this past week.
I can't believe. Wow. Okay. He's still getting signed.
He found a home again. I don't know how, but he did. So,
what is he showing in these workouts?
I don't know.
Hey, that out of the other G League guys and everybody else, Ben Simmons.
I don't know.
Whatever. What could have been, Trevor? God, it's.
Oh, people were trying to compare him to LeBron James at one point. And I'm like, are you sure?
His ability to get to the basket was amazing, but then you saw that outside shooting, and it's like, ooh.
He never developed it.
No.
Never had to, and never had to at LSU, had to in the NBA, never did.
And then you see that, and then he gets fouled. It's like, oh shit, okay. Oh my God, he can't hit the free.
Oh yeah, Hack Simmons.
Oh my God.
Doc Rivers literally had to take him out of the game because he was that bad at foul shooting.
Yeah,
in the playoffs, by the way.
I remember seeing that. Yes.
In a game 6, in a game 7, he had to yank him. Which I don't blame Doc for that one bit. That's the toughest situation you can ever be put in. Is one of your best guys defensively and offensively on the floor can't shoot foul shots.
Yeah,
what are you going to do? And then your next man up isn't anything close to what he is. But that one element just destroys the entire game, and it's
Yeah. No, I get
it. I'm opening up old wounds here.
Yeah. No, we don't need to. Yeah.
Good. You good? Yeah. I'm good.
I'm good there. We're good, buddy.
Okay, good.
I got you.
Good.
All right.
We'll talk about this one last piece of basketball right here. We're going into the college ranks. talking about a team that I've not necessarily rooted for, but I've always, they're in the Big East. I've kind of kept track of them. And I'm especially keeping track of them right now because former Louisville and Iona head coach Rick Pitino, coaching St. John's basketball right now, having a lot of success doing it too. As of last night, they'd won 10 straight games, including 2 ranked opponents. They beat and only had 7 turnovers in a couple of those games. 7 turnovers against UConn, actually. They beat UConn. Season low 7 turnovers. They're second in the Big East in points for and points against. They have the highest spread in the Big East with their points in keep saying in the Big East, plus 13.4 they're averaging. They're winning by an average of 13.4 points a game. And they also get the most boards and steals. So leading a lot of statistical categories within that conference. And Big East basketball, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Big Ten football. They're very physical. You have to earn every single thing. But still, St. John's is kind of running over everybody. Got the longest, believe it's the longest win streak among the Power Four or the Power conferences in basketball as we speak. So on a scale of 1 to 10, they fuck that. Anyone and everyone that runs into St. John's basketball going forward. That's including UConn and Marquette.
I just don't want them to have a collapse. It's my biggest fear. But I'll go 8.
Depends if they go far in the conference tournament. Generally, They don't go long in the NCAA. So you want an upset to happen there, so they go long in the NCAA.
Yeah, I'll go 8. Just
I was going to do a cautious 8 as well.
February. Now we're talking March, Trevor, and they're doing this shit. Maybe
sure. Yeah. Is it a case of did they get hot at the wrong time? Absolutely.
Oh, I hope not. Like St. John's, they're okay. I like Rick.
Yeah, I don't mind them.
Some people have their
They do got they got 2 more games against ranked opponents in the regular season. Creighton and Marquette they play again.
Okay.
And they actually that UConn game was on the road against UConn. They beat them 68-62. So still pretty impressive. I would say. Sure. And it looks just looking through their games here, taking care of business against the likes of Villanova. 12-point win. They won there. Providence, they beat by a couple points. Georgetown basketball is down bad, I know, but they beat them by 15. Beat Seton Hall by 24. Seton Hall is usually a pretty good team.
Yeah.
I think they're having a down year, though. But their last loss was to Creighton, 57-56 a while back. And Creighton, they've been upset. People have been upset prone against Creighton lately for whatever reason. So hopefully that's not the case when Creighton and St. John's face off on February 16th on FS1.
Yeah. It's always a good day when
the network, but
Dan Hurley loses.
Yeah.
Good day. Not a fan of him.
You don't like Dan Hurley?
No. And then I told
what don't you like about him? What's
he came here and when he was coaching, God. Who the hell was he coaching then? Rhode Island. He's coaching Rhode Island.
Yep.
Bitching on the sideline.
They went on that like Elite 8 run with him or whatever it was.
They came here and he's throwing a tantrum on the court. Someone throws a baby binky on the court. I was like, that's fucking good. I think we did get a technical though. There was a technical on the fan. Doing section, but he's like, what? It was like, fuck you, Hurley. It was I hold on to that. Great guy, or his dad's I think somewhere probably one of the best high school coaches all time. I respect him and his brother, but not Dan.
What's his dad's name? Do you remember?
I'll look him up for you. His brother was actually one of the college kids that faced off against the Dream Team when they were training. That's kind of, I think, how he got his foot in the door, and his dad, but
Bob Hurley.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
One of the best. Coach a lot of good.
Head coach of Arizona State right now.
Brother? Is that brother?
Yeah, I believe the brother is.
Okay. We know dads.
Bobby, what? Say that again.
Do we find out who dad?
I'm trying to see.
Oh,
He's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. It looks like.
yeah.
Let's see. St. Anthony's High School.
Yep, there it is. Yep.
Since 1972. He's still there, apparently. Jesus.
No shit. There was like a documentary like 10 years ago. What the fuck?
I don't know when this page was last updated, but it says Bob Hurley has coached basketball at St. Anthony's High School in Jersey City, New Jersey since 1972, building a local program into a national powerhouse in a community where hard times are a constant reminder of a world that is both uncertain and unsympathetic. That straight off of the site of the Basketball Hall of Fame.
And his coaching record, Trevor's like insane. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
2010 inductee of the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think it's like 85% of his games.
Four-time national champions, 18 undefeated seasons, 9 consecutive championships at one point. I assume that means state championships. Or excuse me, 28 state high school championships total, 3 times USA Today National Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
It's a coaching family right there. Good
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Still doing it, too. Still doing it.
Yeah. Got multiple offers from colleges and shit. Never took them. So God bless him. God bless him.
Very nice.
Yeah.
In the same class as Scottie Pippen and Karl Malone.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about him.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Nice little spin. Nice little spin on the basketball topic there. We're in the negatives for a little bit, then we talk about St. John's and the Hurleys. And I thought you were shitting on Dan Hurley for a second, but yeah. Roller coaster of emotions, people. That's what you get with Buckle Up with the Boys. So anyway, that's all I got for on a scale of 1 to 10. Are they fucked? If you want to queue up debate time, and yes, I'll do an intro for you. I'll do it.
Okay. And sometimes, if you've been watching this for a while, sometimes something comes out of my mouth, and I don't know for sure if I meant to say that or it's kind of where I'm at in my. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. All right.
Hang on. I got you.
I got to get that.
I got to get here.
There we go. It's on.
Like right here.
Oh, you're good there.
Debate time with Drew Billy.
Appreciate
it.
You did good. Yeah. And then you got your man of the week question too, but be a man. But
oh yes.
Yeah. Debate time. So we already alluded to it earlier. Everybody understands my frustration. Chino's downstairs through a fucking fit. But will Hines Ward or James Harrison ever get into the Hall of Fame?
Hines Ward will. I would imagine James Harrison will as well. Eventually. It'll take some time.
Okay.
Be patient.
Now, some folks, again, on Reddit pages, I'm not going on there as much, Trevor, but a lot of Steeler pages as well, the violence they brought to the game, could that hinder them?
I don't think so, because a lot of guys that were quote unquote violent are in the Hall of Fame. Dawkins, for example. I'm trying to think of the
Mel Blount, I guess.
Yeah, Mel Blount. I mean, Christ, all those old school guys are in there. A lot of guys that hit hard. Ray Lewis.
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ed Reed. Yeah.
Right.
Is Ed Reed in the Hall of Fame? Is he in there?
Believe so.
I believe he's in there.
Yeah.
I'll
he
verify
should.
that here in a second. But no, the voters probably got to look at it at what the game was at the time.
I hope.
And it's classic. I almost said a word. I would have got in trouble for it, but it's classic I guess hindsight's 2020, you could say, in that, oh yeah, they shouldn't have been as violent, but yeah, the game as a whole probably shouldn't have been as violent at the time. They were just playing within what they thought were the rules, and even then, they went outside of some of those rules. But still,
yeah, no, I just think again, if you're not,
Ed Reed was inducted in 2019, just to clear that up.
Yeah, and for the viewers out there, the reason what we're alluding to with the violent side that people have an issue with these two guys is Heinz Ward basically changed blocking rules for receivers.
Correct.
Blindside blocks and what have you. And then James probably played a role in the head trauma hits, changing that.
Yeah, the whole focus on concussion, CTE, and all that stuff.
And I'm not going to be the guy to say, hey, maybe you shouldn't have did that, because I enjoy my life. I don't want to be thrown through a wall.
Yeah. I like my head attached to my neck, which is attached to my shoulders. And I don't want my head popped off of my body by his biceps. There, I said.
Right. And if you, again, don't know who these two guys, look up highlights. James just going under the fucking tackle's arm. Trevor just going in there, slingshotting the ball out from the quarterback's hand. Come on.
Well, I mean, Troy hit some people hard too.
Oh! You always do that. That right? That fucking hit.
Yeah.
I can't even. The clip of Westwood, Ryan Clark nailed Wes Welker. They pan, and then they pan over to Troy, and he's just like that. That is one of the best. The camera guy that night was on fucking point.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I don't think that'll hinder him.
Okay,
I hope not. Anyway,
I hope not either. They're two greats that deserve it, and it's not even because they're in the black and gold, folks. Just go back and look. Next one is Taylor Swift going to make a song about the Chiefs' loss?
Another one. I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope she makes a breakup song with Travis.
A lot of speculation there. A lot.
Yeah, I think it's kind of unwarranted, but I get why people would immediately go there and try to manifest it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean,
I don't think it's going to happen, and I don't think she's going to write a song about the Chiefs' loss. I really don't. I'm
just a little. But
yeah, poking the bear, elephant in the room.
The biggest thing, and I don't know if you've seen it on TikTok, there's been speculation all over fangirls, Swifties. Why is she just wearing a white tank top, not Travis's jersey? I don't know. Are we really like that's really fucking reading in there, Trevor? Like
it is.
Yeah. She does have a stylist, probably. I don't know.
She definitely does.
Yeah. But no, next one here. What is the best condiment ever that you eat with every food, in your opinion?
That depends on the food.
Yeah. I went hot sauce here. Frank's Red Hot. So
I was thinking Frank's. It's pretty versatile.
Yeah.
Ketchup you can only put on certain things: fries, burgers, dogs.
Yeah.
If you put ketchup on your steak, you are a psychopath. I will say that right now.
Draw that. Yep.
Clear that. Clear the air with that right now.
Line in the sand,
psychopath.
Yep.
You are Ted Bundy. You are Jeffrey Dahmer. You are nuts.
Not right.
I'm not going to interact with you if I see you put ketchup on a steak. Yep. Now, I've seen people put barbecue sauce on a steak. That's a little more acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't think you mess with the steak. If it's cooked properly, you don't got to mess with it. Maybe season it. You don't mess with it. You don't throw sauce on it. Not then.
Yes. Yeah. Even if it's Heinz, it's not acceptable. Okay? We love Heinz.
Correct.
But don't fucking...
Don't put it on a steak.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to do
Don't
that.
put it on a steak, for Christ's sake, please.
Do I get a pass? No.
You know what? Hey, just like Troy Polamalu, I'm gonna, if you put ketchup on a steak, I will pray for your soul.
Yes.
Because you need Jesus.
Yes.
You think Jesus would have put ketchup on his steak? I don't think so. So you shouldn't either.
It's good.
Anyway, sorry, I got heated for a second.
Shit.
I tell you, I have very limited flexibility with Heinz.
Yeah.
And even with Frank's Red Hot, I have zero flexibility with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can put that on a pork chop. You can put that on your chicken.
Yeah. It's different. It's different.
It does. It absolutely.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. That was good. Yeah.
I mean, not quite as versatile as say hot sauce, but in terms of like what do I need in my life and what's just better with that in my life, you know, make a chicken thigh, season it up, you dip it in Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Or a freaking ribs, baby back ribs with Sweet Baby Ray, you baste it on there. Yeah. To me, no compromise when it comes to barbecue sauce. Sweet Baby Ray's.
And then the last question I have: favorite football memory, all time.
Oh dear Jesus!
Yeah,
there's so many.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mine is yeah. I'll answer while you're the rain game against rain. Well, basically they call it the hurricane game against the Dolphins.
Sure.
Steelers. I forget who punted it, but they punted it, stuck right in the fucking ground. That game was a football game, Trevor. That's up there for me. And then Super Bowl 43, for sure. Yeah.
Of course. That's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Weirdly, what popped into my head was Antonio Brown stomping that punter that was trying to tackle him.
Yep.
That was kind of funny. Good memory. Willie Parker's record-setting run.
Oh boy. Yep.
That's up there. Like you said, the Santonio Holmes catch, James Harrison. Honestly, that's probably my favorite. But one that's going to stick with me for a long time is Ben's last game.
Wow.
The lab.
Yeah.
I cried the whole time. In front of my dad. You know how many times I've cried in front of my dad since I've turned, well, I've cried, in front of my dad when I was a, little kid. But since I turned like 15, you know how many times I've cried in front of my dad? I think three. That was one of them.
Oh.
At my my grandpa's funeral. At I think it was like a related aunt that I was close with, her funeral, and Ben's last game. I cried.
Yeah. Well, it's a childhood icon.
That's what I mean. Like that's all I knew as a Steelers quarterback for 18 years.
Yeah.
So and just to see the official end of an era and to see it with a win at Heinz Field. Yeah, it was ugly. It wasn't pretty. I think Ben averaged 4 yards a pass, but I didn't care. It won.
Yep.
Ended his career proper, and he, did a whole lap. They had the thank you, Ben.
And this is a weird one, and I'm gonna bring up some could have been trauma to Steeler fans.
Sure.
But Ben's shoelace tackle with Jerome.
Ooh.
That could have sent me down a path.
Yes, absolutely.
No,
I get that.
I remember 7 years old or however old, and I'm like, they hand it off and it pops out my heart. Like fucking 7-year-old soul just hit my stomach, Trevor. And I'm like, oh wait, oh shit, they're panning and he's running, and then I'm like, holy shit, wow, okay. I mean, emotions. It's a good memory, but it's a shitty one at the same time because what could have happened?
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
God. Yeah. But that's all I had though. But yeah.
Yeah. And just
Oh,
touching on another, you said football memories, not just NFL.
No.
Penn State and Notre Dame playing each other in the playoff this past
Yes.
game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just remember, like, I'll admit I was drunk as shit during that game.
Right. You have to be.
I remember I remember every little detail. Emotions were running high. I was fighting with my friends in a group chat that were biased toward Penn State. I'm biased toward Notre Dame. It was hostile. Got hostile for a little bit. I had to apologize the next morning because I said some things that I probably shouldn't have. But such is life. And I always dreamt of that since I became a Penn State fan in 2016. Started going to Penn State, started watching the games, kind of fell in love with them. Right. Always dreamt of, them clashing because I knew there was a rivalry back in the day, when they were playing each other pretty regularly. And, and all the old hats tell me, oh yeah, a big old rivalry. And I got to see that play out right before my very eyes. And got to see my favorite team make a national championship. So,
correct. Right.
I'll gladly take it.
Yeah.
Gladly take it. That's a good one. But that's all you had. That's all you have for the debate time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We'll get into the Be a Man one because I have a feeling we're gonna be talking about our classic or new era for a little bit. So the Buckle Up with the Boys Be a Man question of the week. What are 3 or more things that you are grateful for in this very moment?
Wife.
Wife. Okay. I was going to say, don't take cop-out answers and say me. Like,
yeah. Wife. I'm going to say family, and that's her family and my family. And I got to say, let's see, this is, if you gave me 4, I said
3 or more. You can do.
Yeah.
You can do,
okay. I'd say coaches I had.
Okay.
I'll give them a little shout out, Weejay and Coach McFarland, and all the staff in the Student Success Center at Bonaventure, and the Athletic Center. I got to give them flowers. They had a fucking mess. They had to help. So appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Made it through. They helped you make it through.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And Lukey can tell you best later on, but yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So I only had 3.
Okay.
I'll say the relationships that I've built with family and friends since I've moved away from home. Took me a little while. I'm not exactly a go-getter when it comes to being social. So takes me a lot of time and takes a lot of other people effort to get to know me. So I appreciate that. My therapist, I won't say her name out of privacy, but my therapist helped me out a lot right now. Get me to realize some of these things, get me into some habits like realizing what I'm grateful for.
Yes.
And clearing my head quite a bit. And that, as always, my Lord and Savior, Jesus. Died for our sins, and I wear him, wear him on my chest every day.
Amen.
So I got to work on that relationship a little bit too, but that can always be worked on.
Right.
Then to round it out with a fun one. Our classic or new era question of the week. Sitcoms. And don't worry, I got some lists for you. So classic, I'm kind of cutting it off here, similar to when I did like the rap music, and a couple other things. I'm cutting it off like around 2008, 2010 was the prime of the show, right? So George Lopez, I consider a classic. Whereas Family Guy still kind of going to this day, I consider that kind of new era. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that's new era. Parks and Rec, new era. The Office, classic. Right. So kind of thinking in that context, classic or new era. And don't get me wrong. I got other stuff to back up my opinion, but So when you think of classic, what are some that you think of? There's some obvious ones.
Yeah,
in the 90s.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I see it now. Just leave it there. I see what yeah.
Sure.
What else? Oh God, Trevor.
What were the two biggest ones of the 90s? Come on.
Well, you had Friends, right?
Yeah.
Is that one? And Seinfeld.
Yep.
Now I haven't really watched. I've watched Seinfeld a little bit. Friends, Will and Grace.
Oh, that's a good one.
Everybody better, it's underrated.
I
think it's. Now don't fucking attack me because of that. I said that, folks. God, I'm trying to think back now. What the hell?
Think Nickelodeon too. Think Nickelodeon.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, you got SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron. You got Billy and Mandy on Cartoon Network. I mean, God damn, Fairly Odd Parents.
Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's Rugrats.
Oh, here's one for you. King of Queens.
See,
not that one.
People get it respect. I like Kevin James. Some people don't really like his.
His
like
style's kind of.
Yeah. When I think of that, my, childhood, King of Queens, Everybody Loves Raymond. What's the other one? Grey's Anatomy was fucking big back. I mean, when it first started.
I mean, that's a drama, but
drama, yeah. But I'm trying to stay.
I'm talking comedies here. Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to stay
with comedy. Stick with comedy.
Well, when we talk, It's Always Sunny. That's God.
I'm considering that a new era one. Yeah. And I tell you what I'm doing here. This might be a little controversial. I don't know how much you'll like this. I'm dividing the Trailer Park Boys into two.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, there was like the first 3 or 4 seasons where it's like 01 through 04 or something like that. And then they revived it in like 2014, 2015, 2016. So dividing that into two. So which Trailer Park Boys do you like better? You got to take that into consideration. A couple others I thought of. That 70s show from back in the early 2000s, Full House.
Yeah.
Home Improvement as well. Tim Allen and
2.5 Men. Are we?
I'd say that's more of a new era one.
Okay.
Well, actually, that one's kind of on the border.
Okay.
Well, let's say with Sheen, it's probably more toward the classic era then.
God, that was.
Yeah, and it was infinitely better with Sheen than it was with
Ashton
Kutcher. No offense to Ashton Kutcher, but
it's Sheen, buddy.
It's just Charlie.
You have cocaine on you right now? I'm not going to answer that. Oh, okay, Charlie.
Oh,
mid-interview.
Yes.
Is there drugs in this house? I don't know. Could be. Did you ever see that interview when they're in his house?
Many times.
Somewhere.
Many times.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just kind of establishing what classic was, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But new era, I was thinking, like you said, Always Sunny, like Young Sheldon, Big Bang Theory. I really like this one because I'm like a closet Andy Samberg fan. Is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Underrated.
Yeah. Parks and Rec, Schitt's Creek. I need to watch New Girl. People have been telling me to watch New Girl. Apparently, I need to.
Yeah.
Do I need to get on that? But anyway, Ted Lasso as well. One that's near and dear to mine.
Right.
Does this change your answer?
I go new era.
Okay, you're gonna go new era now. You're flipping because I was gonna go new era too. Yeah, as much as I appreciate the classics and that they paved the way.
Right.
Like a lot of the current ones just kind of hit home and hit on current issues and stuff like that too, especially Ted Lasso.
Where are we putting Big Bang?
New era.
Okay.
I think it started in like 2012 or something like that.
I'm going new era then. I fucking love that show.
Oh, it's fantastic. Fantastic.
No offense to classics, but yeah.
Yeah. No,
there's a lot of heavyweights here in the new era. So
I agree. It's a little bit more. It's less spotty.
Yep.
It's a little bit more, complete. And yeah, there's some recency bias with that. We're young, but
yeah. But don't get me wrong, folks. Coming home, Jimmy Neutron after school, SpongeBob at 8. Yeah. Every, I think, Wednesday or Thursday there was a new episode. I mean,
I still watch Drake and Josh from time to time.
And Drake and Josh, iCarly.
Yeah. You calling? I quote Drake and Josh. All that. You calling me a liar? I ain't calling you a truther.
Yeah. There's.
I spit when I said that.
Yeah. Is that well? And then you got the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and oh god, a lot of. Yeah. Damn.
I mean, yeah, both eras are very good. The writing's gotten better. A little more whimsical nowadays, and a little bit more. I don't know. It's just kind of building off the old stuff a little bit.
I think Nickelodeon sucks now.
Yeah, it's not great.
No,
I don't like it.
Do they even have a Cartoon Network?
I think so. I don't know.
It's not the same. It's probably not the same.
Yeah, classic Nickelodeon, definitely better. But
the best part was if you got lucky. This is how mischievous my little fucking ass was. Cartoon Network, the cutoff at like 10:30, 11, and then Adult Swim came on. You could make it.
Yes.
After your parents fell asleep. It was a good day. You saw Aqua Team, all that shit.
Robot Chicken.
Shit. It was good stuff. Yeah.
Nutty.
Yeah. The days, man. Good shit, Trevor. That was a good one. That was one of the Yeah.
Yeah, figured that one would stir it up a little bit because you can definitely make strong arguments for both. Yeah. I don't know. I watch a lot more of the news stuff too, as much as
Well,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll still watch reruns of George Lopez any day of the week. Man.
Mac show.
Huh?
The Bernie Mac show.
Ooh.
I forgot about that as well.
Yeah,
it was funny. God bless his soul.
Long story short, people can't go wrong either way.
No,
can't go wrong. It's just a matter of preference.
yes.
But glad we finished with that because I knew that was going to be a little long-winded. But anyway, take us home, my friend.
Yeah. Anything else for the folks, Trevor, before we head out of here?
No, I got nothing. Glad the Chiefs unable to three-peat. We don't have to hear Swifties ram it down our throats for months and months and probably for the rest of time.
Yep.
Just came at the behest of the Eagles winning the whole thing. So that's the sacrifice that we had to make.
Yes.
But now we're without football, so we got to figure some shit out what to talk about.
Yeah. Like I alluded to, and I'll talk more with Trevor about, we'll be having, Jesus Christ, promos, advertisements out there for the guests we're having on. Trevor, and then, Trevor's draft dissertation. Got that one.
Got it.
Didn't fuck that up. Didn't fucking.
Didn't have to write it on a paper. You got it.
I got it. But words that I don't use often, I fuck up, folks. But anyways, guests coming on. Make sure to mark your calendars the 25th. Ryan Walker, very good story. You're not going to want to miss it. Nate Sestina, Danny Singer, and Cole Peterson. Yes, Cole's been a guest, but I don't think you guys have the full picture of the travels through the sport of baseball he had. And it's going to be a good episode. So have a good day. Have a good night. God bless. Stay safe out there. This was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host, DB, and host Trevor Dinsmore. And we'll see you next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Appreciate all you beautiful people.
God bless.
Hell yeah.